Hello, everyone. In today's podcast, I'm going to share some information about the recent comet. There are two comets draw our attention at this moment around September and October. The first one is interstellar comet 3I. I already talked about it in the previous CIA Academy webinar. And that comet is very interesting. Also, it's not visible, but it's an interstellar comet. So I would like to talk about it. Another comet is Comet Swan. Recently discovered that it was hiding behind the sun. So in the beginning, we are not expecting to see it with naked eye. But the recent information shows this comet is getting brighter and brighter, although it will not become a great comet, super bright, but still has a chance to be seen by the naked eye. So I'm going to analyze these two comets' orbit and make a little bit forecasting according the astrology technique. But before I start it, I would like to talk a little bit about the coming up solar eclipse, because this solar eclipse is a very interesting. The new moon happened on the 29-degree Virgo, the last degree of Virgo, anarctic degree, and it just happened 2 hours before the Libra ingress. So has some important meaning. I don't know how you feel, but during this time between the lunar eclipse to the solar eclipse, personally, I feel a little bit overwhelmed. Maybe because I have Cancer rising, so always sensitive to about the lunation. But also, I think this 29-degree Virgo with analytic degree in the traditional meaning, there is some intense and also make people feel fated. But also the last degree has the sense of emergency and push us a little bit more. So with this feeling, maybe we feel about chasing the things one after another, or we feel by we being pushed and to do something we don't really want to do. So no matter how do you feel about it, there is a intensive feeling there that make us feel like, wow, that is a little bit too much, especially if you read a lot of news at this moment. You maybe feel frustrated or feel like overwhelmed. What I am doing at this moment is like I step back from the social media, not really read too much what they post on the social media, especially with the news, to make myself feel a little bit more grounded and more peaceful. If you do feel that, maybe you should do the same, because I think with the solar eclipse at Virgo, that is about our everyday's life, our daily routine. What are we doing everyday's life? But also, we should take care about our body. So there is another information on this Saturday, 20th of September at 4 p.m. UK time. I'm going to host a webinar about the Virgo solar eclipse webinar. The idea is between these two eclipse and with the anarctic degree, with that kind of fated and intensive feeling, maybe we should, take a time to look at the chart. Where does this solar eclipse happen in our chart, and what does it about? It's about our health, our body, or maybe it located at your second house, about your resource, your financial, your ability. So we are going to examine this solar eclipse in our everyday's life, and going to clarify some question, especially, well, this solar eclipse is not totally disaster or bad, because when the eclipse happened, the 29-degree Virgo was opposite Saturn and formed a beautiful kite with Uranus, Neptune, Saturn, and Pluto. So maybe there is the chance we can apply this eclipse energy into our life to make things much easier. So maybe if you just focus on this, the what we are really occupied or what we are really worrying, then this solar eclipse is maybe going to make you feel like overwhelmed. But if you look the big picture, maybe there is some opportunity. So as I say, you can focus on small things like Virgo, focus on your body, focus on your daily routine, and clarify something. But if you are interested, want to dig a little bit more, dig in a little bit more about this solar eclipse, please come to join me on 20th of September, Saturday, 4 p.m. UK time. This event is a donation based, so just go to our website, aoauk.co, click the link, give a donation, and you will receive the link to participate this workshop. Okay, so now let's go back to Comet. I like Comet. So as I mentioned, there are two comets draw our attention at this moment. The first one is the so-called interstellar comet 3I. We call it 3I just because it's a interstellar comet and it's a third interstellar comet. So, well, let me say that usually I will not pay attention to the comet which we cannot see with the naked eye because there are so many comets there, like asteroid, like dwarf planet, so many there. If we are going to study those comets that we can see by our eye, then they are too much. There's too many. But this comet draw our attention because it's an interstellar comet. Maybe it brings an important message to us. So although we cannot see it with our naked eye, although it's not the usual comet I will pay attention to, but because it's where it come from is spatial, it come from the outside of the solar system. And so I'd like to have a quick look also a couple of days ago when I do a little bit of study, I find some interest in these two comets and found some interesting movement, okay? So today I'm going to examine the Comet 3I's orbit and also give some idea what we can expect with this comet. And also I will study another comet, Comet Swan, which is just being discovered on the 11th of September. And we were going to see how we're going to interpret this comet. Okay, so let's begin. Well, I think before when we started the comet, we want to know where it is. So there are two ways to discover it. The first, I want to take you to the NASA's website to find out this Comet 3I. Okay, Comet 3I. Okay, so let me first go to the NASA's website. Okay, let me share my screen here. So this is what you can do. Although I think if you watch my previous podcast, I talk about the R2 Swan. Peter has added a lot of comments in, but I'm not sure does he has time to put this comment in. So let me help you how to find its ephemeris. Okay, here we are. When you go to NASA JPL Horizon System, the first things you can do is find target body here and you edit it. Okay, here is the question. If you give it the name 3I, it may not going to help you to find it because this comet has another destination number. It gave the number as a C/2025N1. Okay, so this comet has two names because it's third interstellar, so we give 3I. Okay, but also this comet has a destination number also called C/2025N1 Atlas. Okay, so this is what we need to give. Okay, so like here, if you give C/2025N1 and then click search, then it will come back like this. Okay, don't touch the third option, observer location, geocentric. We want to keep it as a geocentric. The time, well, I give a time span from the 1st of September, 1st of July to the end of the year because well, it's just a, it was discovered on the 1st of July, but we don't know when it will be disappear from our eyesight. So, well, I put only until the end of the year. Well, if you are first time using the horizon, then this is what you need, okay? I usually click right ascension and declination and the constellation and the observer ID. Okay, this observer ecliptic longitude and latitude. This one, if you only care about is eclipse degree, so-called zodiac degree, then this is the only one you should click, okay? But I click these three, okay? This is my usual setting, and then I will use it. Then once you have this, you can generate here. You click here to generate ephemeris. Okay, once you have that done, you can scroll down and then, okay, there's a lot of other information. You can ignore it until you see the table. So the first column is the date, and this is on UT, Greenwich Mean Time. Okay, you can ignore right ascension and the declination. This is how I usually do. Okay, you have a CNST. This means constellation. When you look at this, okay, be careful. This is not zodiac sign because comet can go anywhere, as I already mentioned for several times. So this is the constellation comet located in. So-called is not even not the you call sidereal zodiac. This is all a constellation. So you will see the comet was in the Sagittarius or Virgo and go to Scorpio and Libra. Even though you read this, you should bear in your mind this is more like the constellation in the sky. Later, I will show it to you, okay? What you really need and what an astrologer really want is the last second one. So observation ecliptic longitude. Now you see 272, okay? 272. What is 272? 272 degrees. Okay. For astronomer and scientists, they use the number. So 0 degree Aries is 0. The 30 degree refer to the 0 degree of Taurus. The 60 degree refer to 0 degree Gemini. So 272 is 2 degree of Capricorn. So this comet has been discovered at 2 degree Capricorn, which is not far from the world axis, maybe from the astrological view, has an important meaning, for us. Okay, this is quite interesting. Let's look at following. So at this moment today, when I'm recording this is on the 17th of September, so it's 225. So what is 225? It's 15 degrees Scorpio, 15 degrees Scorpio. And then in couple days time, on the solar eclipse, it's the new moon. It's quite important because ancient astrologer usually use the new moon and the full moon, the syzygy, to identify the comet's position and what comet means. So at the 222, okay, it's 12 degrees Scorpio. So if you go back to the solar eclipse chart, then for example, if we use the UK, let me share the chart. Okay, if we use UK's chart for the solar eclipse, now as I say, is the 12 degrees Scorpio, then we will notice it would be located at, around the sixth house. Okay, around the sixth house. So around the sixth house, maybe we will say, well, things related to the public health. Okay, small animal. For example, we can make prediction like this. This is one way to look at. You can look at the new moon, full moon chart, and find Comet's degree, and then identify what does Comets mean in the astrology. Okay. Also, another way to look at is from the sky map. So Stellarium is a very, very good tool to use it. So I'm going to suggest we all look at the Stellarium. Let me share the chart. Let me share the Stellarium here. And today, as a if someone never used the Stellarium, you download it, you do give it a setting. Now, do you know you can use the Stellarium to find out comet's position in the sky, although it will not give you the zodiac degree, but you can see what constellation it passes on and what's the orbit it moves, okay? So today, because I never download the Comet 3 ice data, so here, give me a chance to guide you how to find comets on Stellarium software. So how to find a comet from Stellarium software? First, you are going to the configuration window and choose plus INS. And when you click here, you see on your left-hand side, scroll down, then you will see Solar System Editor. Click it and go Configure. When you go to Configure, all those comments or all those objects you find before, it will list here. Well, I haven't done anything yet, so I'm going to import orbit element from MPC, okay? Here we are. So, okay, because as I already searched it, so if you want to do it, you're going to click here. Okay, let me click here. Let me show it. So import from here, and then let me discuss here. Okay, so what are you going to do? There is a list and online search. You go to online search, and the following indication give a 3I. Okay, you have to give the capital I slash Atlas and see if you can find it. Now we have it. When you click it and add the object, now the Comet 3I data is now in your Stellarium. So we can turn all this off. For example, I can search the 3I Atlas. Okay, it will show me the position of 3I is at this moment between the constellation Virgo and the Libra. Constellation Virgo and the Libra. You can see here we have ecliptic, so it is between the Scorpio and the Sagittarius, so it's in mid of Scorpio, okay, if you can see it. Now, another way, if you never do it before, let me right click to finish this one. You know, you can really draw a beautiful line to see how it moves. So here I'm going to show you. If you want to see the whole orbit of this comet, you have to go to astronomical calculation window. When you go to astronomical calculation window, you can see here, you can see second one, ephemeris. Now, when you go to the second one, ephemeris, now celestial body, you can choose the comet you want to see. As I think I should have 3I here. Let me check. Must be somewhere. Okay, give me a little bit time. Here we are, 3I Atlas, okay? What are you going to do is the date. I'm going to look it from the 1st of July. Why? Because it was discovered on the 1st of July, okay? So July 1st. Oh, I'll give it a 00 hour then, okay? And then I think I can see the for next 1 month, or I can also just like give a special date, okay? Here, what I can do is, well, let me just click for 3 months then. Let me just click for 3 months, okay? Let me just click to next 3 months. Now we have this comet, and now you have to choose how often they will mark it. 1 solar day each is quite a lot. If I'm going to see the 3 months, I would suggest maybe start with a 10 solar day, okay? Start with 10 solar days, so we will not have too many things on our screen. Once you set up all this, now you can click here, calculate ephemeris. Now you will see here, okay, when you see the chart here, you have comet's position. Have you noticed the comet on the 1st of July, it was just, we say, remember I said 2° Capricorn, 270 is 2° Capricorn, and then it move gradually close to ecliptic, okay, until end of this month will be between the Virgo constellation and the Libra constellation, but for the zodiac sign, it will move toward the end of Scorpio. Have you noticed this comet is move against ecliptic? Okay, nothing special. Comet can go anywhere, move any direction, like the queen in the chessboard. Okay. So this is the comet. This is the comet 3i. What I'm going to do is I'm going to increase one more month. So we have more information. Okay, we have more information about it. Okay, so now we have it until the end of October. It just go right above Spica. It's go just right above Spica. And this is the date that comet quite close to the Earth. Okay. Yes, the information what I have tell me that the comet was discovered at 2° Capricorn, and then on the I think 29th of October, around 29th of October, it will locate at 23° Libra, 23° Libra, and this is the date comets very close to the sun, perihelion. So, well, usually this is the degree that we pay attention. The degree being discovered, the degree being seen by naked eye, as this comet will not be able to see by the naked eye, so we can ignore it. And then the degree when it's close to the sun or close to the earth, so perihelion is one thing, so it's at 23° Libra. And later, this comet will cross ecliptic later, okay? So this is the information we do. So astrological forecasting, what I'm going to do? Well, first, we know the comet is this we first discover from this Capricorn. So the theme related to Capricorn should be pay attention about the structure, about the large organization, about the government, about the politic, especially I think politic issue. Okay, that is what we should be careful. And then when it move along the ecliptic, it enter the Sagittarius, then this is about the movement, about fire sign, about the fire, about the war, or about, a little bit more about maybe sportive event, okay, about the horse, about traveling and international traveling, international trading, and also maybe um, um, the what should I say, the airplane and maybe the air travel. Okay, that should be pay more attention about it. And from the August, it moved to the Scorpio. So about the crisis, about the hidden message, about this water side may be related to water, ocean, rainfall, and maybe the poison stuff, maybe the also we can say maybe related to you know those part those animal like a scorpion, like snake, all those animal related to the scorpion sign. And later it will move to the Libra, and then that's the justice system. Okay. For the constellation, it passed the Ophiuchus, then that's medical issue. Okay, and maybe important medical issue, well, epidemic, or well, I don't want to be expecting another pandemic, but this is another information. Okay, then it moved to Scorpio, and we already mentioned about the Scorpio, about the crisis, about the important things related to the water or animal related to Scorpio, and then Libra's constellation as we say, with trading, with fairness, with justice, okay, with relationship, and then move to Virgo, then female, agriculture, earth sign, land, landslides, and then harvest or farming. This is what we should pay attention if, usually, I will only say this if this comet is visible. But as it is an interstellar comet, so what can I say? Well, it comes from the outside of the solar system. Maybe it invites us to think the bigger picture. Like we already talked about this eclipse form a kite. So if we focus on small tiny things, we maybe exhaust ourselves with the small tiny things. But if we look big picture, maybe it brings some important information to change our view. Maybe it will give us some new idea about agriculture, about how we see the collaboration, about how we see the dangerous things. Okay, this is my simple interpretation about the Comet 3I. Now, let's talk about another comet, Comet Swan. As I mentioned in the beginning, I didn't pay any attention about this comet. It's comet because it was just recently been discovered on the 11th of September. The reason is when it been discovered, it already has a magnitude 7. Is very close to our visibility of naked eye. Okay, our eye can see the sky object above the magnitude 6. Then when the numbers go smaller, the object is brighter. So magnitude 7 is very close to what we can see, and soon we can expect it go to the magnitude 6. According Skylife website, it predict this comet maybe can be seen when it close to the Earth around the magnitude of 5.7 or 5.9. That means yes, we can barely see it, especially in countryside. Okay. Another thing is this comet. Why is so important? Okay, one thing. When it been discovered, it hiding very close to the sun. That's why we have difficulty to see it. For at least the technology we have, we are usually able to discover comet maybe for 1 year or 2 years before it reach the sun or our solar system or the Jupiter. But this comet is very close to the sun, so usually difficult to be seen. It was because it was rely on a spatial telescope focused on the solar wind, and so we can see it. That's why this comet has named Comet Swan, because the swan refer to the solar wind, okay, related to the solar wind anti stropes. So an instrument, a camera on the spacecraft. So that's why when next time you see swan, okay, when you see swan, it was discovered by this a camera set on the spacecraft called solar wind anisotropes, okay, SWAN. Okay, so this Comet Swan has a interesting discovery because it has been discovered 1 day before it passed the perihelion. So now, as usual, I'm going to share the comet's orbit with you, okay? Like what I did before. Okay, here we are. So if you go to JPL, you give the number C/2025 R2 Comet Swan, use geocentric and all the setting. This time I get it start from the 9th of September 11, and again toward to the end of this year, because I don't know, maybe we will see it just for a few days, maybe it will last for, many months. We never know. Okay, the first on the 11th of September. On the 11th of September, when comet has been discovered, is at 198 degrees. So what is 198? 180 is Libra. Is Libra on the tropical zodiac. So 198 is 18-degree Libra, 18-degree Libra. Okay. At this moment, we cannot see this comet, but this comet's sensitive degree is already included 18-degree Libra. On the solar eclipse day, this comet at 209 degree, this means 29-degree Libra. Okay, 29-degree Libra. Also, when comet pass the ecliptic, have you see here from -0 to 0, it's around something like I think 18, maybe like 8 degree, maybe around 8 degree or 9 degree of Scorpio, 8 degree or 9 degree Scorpio, and you can go to calculate further information. Okay, you can go to calculate it and to find out. I already calculated, so let me check it. Okay, I think when it passed the ecliptic is 9 degrees Scorpio. Okay, 9 degrees Scorpio, and if we go to check the further down, you will see here on this day, on the 3rd of November. On the 3rd of November, it will pass the celestial equator at the 6 degree, 6 degree Pisces, 6 degree Pisces. Also here, write 335.6. And I did a further research. 335 suggests the 5 degree Pisces, 5 degree Pisces. But when I do a little bit more further calculation, it says 6 degree. Okay, 6 degree Pisces is when this comet passes the ecliptic degree. So you have all these degree. If you have 6 degree like me, Pisces, well, you maybe should pay attention about this comet. Also, this comet is very close to the Earth on the 21st of October. I think that is also another new moon, okay? Another new moon, 21st of October. A comet is 289 degree, 289 degrees. So what does that mean? Well, 270 is Capricorn, so 289 should be 19-degree Capricorn, 19-degree Capricorn. So what I will do, okay, I never done this before, but I can try it, okay? We remember that on the new moon, and this comet may be able to be seen. Okay, so what I'm going to do is use software, Astro Gold to help me. So what I'm going to do, okay, like ancient astrologer, they will draw the new moon chart, and we know we are able to see this comet at new moon. So let me draw the new moon chart at the 21st of October. Okay, now, so if I move next, 21st October for London. Okay, here we have the chart for London. So at 3 degree Capricorn on the ascendant and the 8 degree Scorpio of the MC, and we just say is what 19 degree Capricorn in first house, in the first house. So if this comet is visible, it will have impact to UK about everyone's life, about how people feel, maybe feel shocking about some some shocking news happened to surprise us. Okay. Well, at this moment, I couldn't see 19-degree Capricorn, sextile Mars and the Mercury, but I don't usually use I prefer use conjunction and opposition. Okay. Okay, so maybe opposite Jupiter. So maybe the wealthy people's behavior surprise us. Okay, this is one way to look the comet's position at the new moon chart, how we do it. Now, another thing is I know as usual, we are going to look it in the stellarium. Okay, we are going to look it in the stellarium. Here we already have the 3i. Let me take it off. All right, let me take it off because I don't want to see the 3i first. First, I need to download the data because I don't think I have this data, or unless I can check here, all right? C/2025. I don't, this is F2, it's not R2, okay? So let me go to, as usual, if you forget that, let's go, what are we going to do? We're going to configuration, solar system, plug in, and the solar system editor, and the configuration, solar system, import, okay? Now, C/2025 R2, okay? And search it. Now we have this Comets data. Now we can download it. When you edit object, you have it, okay? What I'm going to do, I'm not going to confuse you first, but so let me just go to the astronomical calculator, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is change it to this Comet C slash, okay, to Comet Swan R2. Now, I was use the 11th of September, 0 o'clock, and then I just like use it for 2 months. Yes, 2 months is enough. Okay, and maybe every 10 days. Let's see first. Okay, now you can see it orbit, and that is a very interesting. Okay, here we are. Here we have comet on the 11th of September. Okay. And then we know, as I already tell you, it passed, it crossed the celestial, it passed the ecliptic on the um uh 28th of September at 9 degrees Scorpio. Okay, so this is Comet's path. It moved toward here. Okay, from and a couple days ago on the 16th of September, Comet was really close to Spica. A lot of people taking a beautiful photo, Comet and Spica. What does that mean? All right. From my point of view, when Comet conjunct Spica, Spica is the winds held by the bodies of agriculture. Although Spica is a benefit, is a auspicious fixed stars, I'm more worried about the agriculture, or maybe if we take positive side, maybe there's innovation about agriculture, okay? But also maybe it's just a farming or something, I don't know, but I hope it's not going to happen. Okay, and then it passed to it passed by the constellation of Libra, same thing. Two comets are, have you noticed their movement is similar? When comet can nearly to be seen, let me change the date. Let me change it to the every 5 day. Okay, so we have more clear idea. Now here we are. Comet can be seen around here, around the 20, very close to Earth on the 21st of September. So where it is, this could be the constellation Saturn, maybe constellation Saturn, and well, what does that mean? I think it could be, it could be mean the defense system, or maybe people take the more. This is okay. I make mistake because when I search here, this location still in Sagittarius, so easy. Okay, it's a Sagittarius, so take easy. Sagittarius is about the movement. Sagittarius is about the sportive. Sagittarius is maybe, well, fire sign related to maybe riots and war, but if there's only when it can be seen, okay, during this time. And I think the comet can be seen around this time. Okay, comet can be seen around this time, and it could be mean this is constellation Capricorn and Aquarius. No, Capricorn here, the constellation Capricorn. So it will related to, goat, lamb, animal, maybe cow, but also, well, Capricorn for astrologer is about the political system, economic system. So worth us to pay attention. But when we look further, it is passed by the, around this tropical zodiac around the Aquarius. So, well, technology, information, and then, human right. These are the things that worth us to pay attention. Okay. Another things around the next month, comet will pass by the bright star in the Ophiuchus. So both comet, have you noticed that both comet has passed the Ophiuchus and have a similar path? So I really don't know what does that mean, but we should be paying attention about medical, pharmaceutical, epidemic, or important public health information should be paid attention. Now, some of you probably already see I did this graphic that quite interesting is if we compare both what should I say, the uh, uh, comets movement, then you will see some interesting things. So now I'm going to add it another celestial body here. Okay. Now, so here we can add it, go back to 3i. Another things people let me know about, people talk about it when I was teaching in the uh, Cosmic Intelligence Agency CIA Academy. They talking about a 3i sounds like a third eye. So maybe this comet is bring the information about the awakening. Well, I think it's a very interesting information, isn't it? Now, let me add it at every 10 days then, because if not, we will have too many things. Okay. Can you see here? Now here we have two comets. They are really interesting. They are parallel, but one is moved from here to here, okay? From Virgo to the from Virgo, okay, to the Libra. But if you see another comet, you see the 3i, okay, it moved from the another way. Okay, let me change it, sorry, because I should use it from July, because the 3i was discovered from July, okay? So you will have a more interesting graphic here. Okay, you have comet 3i was moved like this, and then, oh, sorry, let me say 4 months then. 5 months. Sorry about that. So you will have all of them. Now you can see this two comet is quite interesting. The comet 3i was discovered around the um, Sagittarius and Ophiuchus and move in. Okay, it was like go along the ecliptic. Okay, like this. Okay, and then at this moment, around the mid of September, it just go past by the constellation Libra. Okay, but look at this way. This Comet Swan, was first discovered around the September 11. Okay, and then it moved like this. Okay, so two comet has a very similar orbit. Have you noticed it? If you look only this period, you will find out they are quite interesting. They are just paralyzed. They are paralyzed. Okay, so very interesting. I would just like, what does that mean? Well, first, let me say that my recent study related to comets in astrology. This book, if you haven't get it, please go to get it from Way6 Astrology or Amazon. And also, I think the ebook is already online and it's quite cheap on the Amazon. Okay. One thing I want to say is what I'm doing the study. When I'm doing the study, I only study the visible comet. At this moment, 3i is not visible. But just because it's a spatial position and from the outside of solar system, draw my attention. I want to have a look. What does that mean? Okay. So, but and another Comet Swan, well, maybe going to be visible. We're still not sure, but maybe going to be visible by around the 20th of October, around that time. So that if that comet become visible, then we should pay attention because it will be visible around the you know the from the tropical zodiac view, it will be visible around the Aquarius, okay, around the Aquarius that time, and then also the sensitive degree was discovered at 18 Libra. His perihelion is 19 Libra, and then it passed the eclipse at 9 degrees Scorpio, and then close to Earth on the 19 of Capricorn, okay, and past the celestial equator at 6 degree Pisces. So Comet Swan is worth us to pay attention because it could be visible. So that could be the comet I study. But then when you compare two comets orbit together, you find they are parallel and along the ecliptic. Maybe that has more thing to do with our everyday life, especially it both past Virgo, okay, agriculture and the daily routine and our health. So all the information is here, and how you going to use it, how you going to interpret it, please share with me on the comment, okay? Also, more important, please support our AOA UK webinar series. This Saturday, I'm going to lead a uh, solar Virgo solar eclipse workshop. Also, from 5th of December is our Academy of Astrology online webinar. And during the first week of December, I invite many of my friends, also some of my teacher, like Sue Tompkins, Lynn Bell, Christine Skinner, my dear friend Mandela Clay, Marcus Parchett, and Leah McCarthy, and Safon Daniel. They go, and also Kinan Yassin and Hakan and Geraldine going to join me for an interesting conference. The Saturday we will have the forecasting technique for the personal chart, and on Sunday, 7th of December, we are going to talk about mundane astrology, what the world will become. On the first evening, on the um, Friday afternoon, dear friend Tanya going to give a workshop. And then on the evening, Sue Tompkins is going to open the conference. So the information will be announced just around the next week. So stay in tune, and it would be very cheap for the beginning. Okay, it will be very cheap. Our conference usually is quite cheap. So please come to, join us to share the great time in the first week of December to study astrology together. Okay. So thank you for watching. And then next week, I'm probably going to share some astronomy idea, okay, with the on this on our YouTube channel. Okay, thank you. Bye bye. See you next week.